the surprise roster cuts that's out there. I really appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Shout out to DJ Chills, one of the first person that's in the flame box over here, the chat box elite. Thank you for tuning in. Then also, guys, I'm live on Facebook too as well. Thank y'all for tuning in there. Hey, this the camera should be a little bit better. The sound quality should be a little bit better too as well. We're going to have a massive mega table later on tonight. Me, Vach Lombardi, I think Okoye is going to try to jump into the mix. We're going to try to talk about this roster in details, and we're going to go over each and every last thing that we can. Of course, we're going to talk about this. There was a lot of fatalities out there. Let me know if you guys can hear that sound drop. You guys know how this thing going. I'm trying to work around with this new equipment. It is what it is. But tonight, later on, I will be in the studios. Shout out to Money Making Mall. Be more here, Baltimore, even twice on Sunday. I like that. Sean, George, thank you for tuning in too as well. Appreciate you guys. Y'all all in the mix, man. Kind of quiet, law. You guys can hear me. The mic is you saying the mic is kind of quiet or what it is. It's one of those things, man. JB button 224. Yeah, let me get this thing going, man. Let me put the hat on this thing. yeah, man. What's up, Barry B, man? Thank you for tuning in too as well, man. Hey, it's weird, man. Hey, we all say that we looking to change and turn over a rock, right? We want things to be different, right? We want things to finally come our way. And then one thing that we can do is say this to ourselves: the exact same team that we had in 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014. Those teams no longer exist. Shout out to Robert Holmes, man. Thank you for tuning in. James Donovan, thank you for tuning in too as well. Don't forget to share this content, like this content, tell a friend about this content, push it out to the Mecca. You guys know how this thing go. We talk about the Cowboys over here. Let me see what we got here. We hear you, but the volume is kind of low. All right, let me see if I can fix that volume a little bit. Can you hear me now? Are you able to hear me now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me move around. Let me see if I can get this thing right here. Right, let's see if I can fix it. Testing 1, 2, and 3. Can you hear me now? Is it still too low? Working out the kinks. Or do I have to talk louder like this? And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best, right? So, all right. So let me know if the volume sound check 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you can hear me now. Damn. Max and Bailey is gone. We hear that all the time, man. Time to break out that hand. Yeah, I got the hand on deck. It's ready. Thanks for the thumbs up over here on the Facebook panel elite. Shout out to King Anthony Thomas. Man, appreciate the Thomas in this mix, man. Lugo, that's good. I feel, hey guys, you guys want your name to come across the board there. Jump over to the YouTube side. I'm live like 95 there on the Law Nations 2.0. Did we want did we want it upside down and all around? My Cowboys family, shout out to them. Hey, we got to get it one way or another. We got to get it how we feel. That's just the only way that we can go with this thing, man. That's just how it is, man. You got to figure out a way. You got to figure out a way. Yeah, it's still quiet. I don't know what's wrong with this mic, man. Got it turned all the way up. Let me see. What about now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Are you guys able to hear me now? Let me get this thing going on and pop it. Let's rock and roll one way or another. Can you guys hear me now? How you like that flavor? Let me try this brand new mic. Well, not an Audio Technica. It's not like the real deal mic. Let me see if you guys make sure your volume is turned up. Turn it up a little bit more. A little bit more. Nah, you good, Law. Sounds better. Sean George. Appreciate you, man. Something wrong with him is not Law. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, good. I don't want to blast you. You know how that thing goes. It turn up so loud, you be like, God, dog. Let me know if you can hear me off your left and right ear. It should be you should be able to hear me from there. This is the thing. Uh, Underwood, thank you, man. You said you can hear me. Terrell Scott, yes. You good on FB? That's Facebook. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hey, we work together. That's what I'm talking about. We work together on this thing. Warpath, one of the coldest names on YouTube. What's the latest on Randy G? Uh, Randy G, he's going to have to go through this whole process through the entire year. He's going to have to get evaluated every single week, whether or not he can just smoke half of a cigarette. They're going to break that cigarette down, and they're going to see why he was tempted to smoke that cigarette. Even if I think they got some type of equipment on Randy Gregory, if he thinking about smoking a blunt, it's weird. It's one of those things, man. Eric K, yes. William Perez, yes, yes, sir. Appreciate you. It's better now. Yeah, DJ Chill, Will. What's going on, man? I like that name, man. Code name. Damn, rest in peace, Dan Bailey. Uh, didn't Dan Bailey play for the same school that Dez Bryant went to? Didn't Jake or Blake Ball went to as well? Hey, it's kind of weird though, you know. We got rid of the all-time accurate kicker for the Dallas Cowboys, Dan Bailey, Dan the Money Man Bailey. This is the thing. I once heard someone say, when the kicker goes south, they go south. It's sometimes kickers just don't bounce back, and some people were saying that was out there in Oxnard. I was not able to be out there, so I can't say that Dan Bailey belongs on his team. It's all about competition. You can't have it your way all the time, Cowboys Nation. Sometimes you lose out on fights. You lose out on things like this. And it seems as if, though, Dan Bailey just got lost. You know, if we trying to iron out the nepotism, the cronyism, and all those things that's out there that gives you like the right to passions to being on this team, and sometimes your past performance don't equal current results. So if it was per competition, they probably in practice lined them up 10 times and said, hey, whoever can hit this target 10 times the best wins this deal. And Dan Bailey probably missed more than what he's supposed to. And it is what it is. Or we can talk about the Rico situation too as well. Oklahoma State. So Dan Bailey went to Oklahoma State. Thank you for the information. No, Dez went to my school, like Lumpkin Panthers, East Texas. This is from Ramion Mack. Yes, okay. Special teams, Dan will find a new home real quick. Yes, this is the thing. And I talk on Rico topic too as well. This is the thing when you're talking about Dan the Money Man Bailey. Was his skill set from last year not easier? Well, let me see, how can I put this? Instead of cutting Dan Bailey, did Dan the Money Man Bailey had the tradable asset available? Meaning that could we got something from Dan Bailey instead of cutting Dan Bailey? I think that we could have methodically moved Dan Bailey around if he, was hitting every kick in practice, hitting every kick in preseason. And then I think the Cowboys should have utilized him and getting a draft pick out of him. But I heard, and I don't know if this is factual because it was just me just reading up some things that people posted. They said by cutting Dan Bailey, it frees up $3.7 million on the salary cap. Although we got a lot of money coming our way, it seems like the Cowboys are making moves, freeing up some space for a certain player. And I don't know who that player may be. But to cut Dan Bailey, they're getting younger. And I think that Dan Bailey were one of the older guys that's on this team, if I'm not mistaken. And nobody's safe at this point. Sean Lee may be next. It may be one of those crazy things where they say in scouting, they say this in GM report, it's best to trade a player 3 years soon or 2 years soon versus trading a player 2 years too late or trying to get rid of that player 2 years too late. Meaning that at this point, If you can get the most value out of that player, then it may be best to go with that. Yeah, probably at a 6 rounder. This is from Matt S. Yeah. Let me jump over to the Facebook panel, Elite. Thank you guys for tuning in. James Smith. I saw a lot of people got cut when they making room for someone else. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, James Smith. Winchester. You are correct. Sean Lee is over 30. Hey, the writing is on the wall. If I'm Sean Lee, he better put it all. He better just have that rabbit foot in his back pocket. He better be praying to the God Almighty and saying, okay, heal me. Let me have a good bill of health because if not, then this may be Sean Lee's last year. The writing is all over the wall that the Dallas Cowboys got a brand new philosophy, and they are just cutting players who get long in the tooth. They saying that, okay, if you dead weight on this roster, we're going to figure out a way to move your salary, move you around, or trade you or cut you and get rid of you, and we're not falling in love with these players. That seems like that's the new philosophy. Wiggle Bell, man, what's going on with you, man? Wiggle Bell with the Black Hands, man. Thank you for tuning in too as well. I bought my Earl Thomas jersey an hour ago after Bailey was released and Jaron Johnson got cut. Yeah, I mean, the writing is on the wall. I'm thinking that the Seattle Seahawks may just hold Earl Thomas to after week 3. I don't think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to get rid of Earl Thomas that quick, knowing that they got to face the Cowboys week 3. To me personally, all the games are valuable, so they're going to figure out a way if they can squeeze Jerry Jones up until that moment. I think that's where they're going to go. And they sitting back doing an evil laugh. You know how they go. That's just how it goes, man. With this whole process, you know, it's all about moving of the mind. You know, it's a chess match. You know, it's just one of those things where that's just how it is. And I hope and wish that we can just come out with the win on this thing. You know, I'm with you, Money. Sean George, what Money is talking about? Yeah, Money. He's saying Sean Lee should become a defensive linebacker coach. Easier said than done. Sean may say, hey, you know, I still want to play football. I still got stuff left in the tank. So he may not go to Jason Witten route. You know, he may go to the aspect saying that I still got I still got some playing ability left in my body and my bones. So later on tonight, like I said, I'm not going to hold you guys long. Later on tonight, me, Voch Lombardi, we're going to jump on, and I want you guys to tune into this channel. I want you guys to tune into the network so we can start talking about this roster breakdown. We can start talking about these moves that we're going to make down the line. We can start talking about who won out of this deal, who lost out of this deal, and what the expectation of the season should be. We're going to talk about all those things. Get your questions, get your answerings together, question answers. We're going to give the answers. You guys give the question. I guess that's how they go. Or you guys can vice versa. However, we're going to talk about this thing one way or another. Austin can play running back, too. This is from Joe Lucas. Austin, the only problem with Austin, he got to stay healthy. That's our biggest problem with Austin. He got to stay healthy, and he better not fumble the ball. His fumble to run ratio is one of the worst in the league, so we're going to have to figure that out too. But although he didn't, dribble the ball as of lately, we still have to have that in our mind. The crevices of our thoughts and mind as we move these things together in time, right? Possibilities, yes, Michael, yes. Possibility, Law. Are you coming here or where? Or where? Are y'all coming here or where? DJ Chill Will, what you talking about? Let me know. Let me know, DJ. Let me know. 27-21 Cowboys. You guys are already predicting the first score. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Ted Mitchell, thank you for tuning in to as well on the Facebook Elite. Ted Mitchell. I would keep Sean. Let him, I guess, teach LVE a trickster here and there. Die Hard James. What up, Law? Thank you for tuning in too as well, Die Hard. Appreciate you, man. Don't forget to hit that share button, like that button too as well. Subscribe to the channel. Also, join the notification squad. That's how you guys know when we go live, like 95. Uh, this is from Sean George on the hot box. Gregory is good to go. It was just a meeting. From what I understood, Randy Gregory, he called the meeting himself. He was like, "Hey, I want to make sure I iron everything out." There was an article that was written from I guess Star, the Telegram Star, or something like that, and within that article, he thought that he was able to speak freely. This is just information that I heard, he thought that he was able to speak freely. And what he did when he was speaking freely, didn't know that the guy was writing the article and was going to produce the article. He spoke bad, and he spoke bad upon the NFL. And he said that the NFL owners, the guys, they don't know how to deal with people with bipolar and people with these type of conditions. They like to sully and denigrate and not give that person a chance. And that's what happened. And I guess whatever he said in that article went out to the NFL owners, and the NFL owners frowned upon what Randy Gregory had to say. And they was like, well, we shouldn't give this guy a second chance or third or fourth chance, because he's damaging the overall collective shield, basically. The best thing that can happen out of this whole thing with Randy Gregory, and the best thing that can happen out of the whole thing with Ezekiel Elliott, is 2020, when the collective bargain agreement comes together and everybody sit down face to face with the NFL commish, and they say, okay, it is wrong for you guys to treat us in such fashions, and we're not going to move off of these seats until you guys change this collective bargain agreement. So that's the best thing that happened throughout this whole course of things, or course of action, is that, of course, Randy Gregory had to go through this and Ezekiel Elliott had to go through this. Those are guys that play on our team, but it made better the whole entire NFL in the long run. But Noah made it. Noah Brown made the team. Okay, that's cool. We go over this roster a little bit later on tonight. It's going to be a late night talk session, so make sure you don't take your NyQuil. Make sure you don't get too full of that oil, so you guys can be with us later on. That's all the time I have for right now. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to the nation, tuning in to the show. Don't forget to smash that like button and share this information. I do also have a podcast. Join the podcast, and you guys can hear us talk about the Cowboys here and there and everywhere. That's all the time I have for right now. I really appreciate you all for tuning in to the nation. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's do this right here. Yeah. Sparta. You guys know how this thing goes, man. You guys know how this thing goes, man. We're going to get this thing going one way or another. Better camera also, right?